Hello and welcome back to the MindTrek.net game server. I was going to call it the StarTrek.net game server. You can tell where I'm at. I'm on board the Galileo, on board the TOS. GuardianOfForever has been very busy working on this ship, and it's still a major work in process, but he has done so much stuff on it, it boggles the mind. Look at this detail he's put into this hangar. We're going to work our way through the ship here and see some of the stuff that he's working on, some of the things that have been changed. But what we'll do is we'll take the turbo lift here up to the bridge in just a second, then we'll work our way back down real quick here. This might be a little bit of a lengthy video, but hey, everybody's all for those lengthy videos. I sincerely hope they are anyways. So I like lengthy videos. No, I don't. They're a pain in the ass to edit. Anyways, oh, there we go. And if I remember correctly, we go to the edge here, and up, and then forward. This is a little fast. I'll go ahead and slow us down here so we're not bouncing off the wall so heavily. And up again. And up again, all the way to the top here, and then we go this way. And then we go up, and I think it's all the way forward around this corner here. Little dog leg, that's a turbo lift excess placement jiggy. And we go around this way, and then we go up, all the way up, and then over, and then up. And here we are on the main bridge of the TOS. As you can see, Guardian came through here and redesigned the bridge, did a fantastic job with this. Look at this. Does this not look TOS-y to you? It sure as hell does to me. We've got our dedication plaques here. Thank you to everybody involved with this. Oh darn it. I jumped out of it. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. But hey, it gives us an opportunity to use this right here. How do we open this? Oh, we can't open it from outside, so we got to go back to the bridge. We're going to go back to the bridge. But anyways, first, let's check out the exterior of the ship. Isn't that just beautiful? Look at that. Look at that. He looks like he's still working on the escape pods. She is a beautiful ship. She really is. Now, you're going to see a lot of stuff down through here on the bottom and stuff. I apologize for that, but that's the nature of the beast when you're working on these big builds. Now, I do get a lot of lag over here, and I'm not sure what causes the frame rate drops and lag spikes, but probably because of the area that the ship is in has been changed and modded so much over the years. But check it out. Isn't she beautiful? She really is. He's stepped up and done quite a nice job on refitting this old gal. I'm not sure to the extent of the exterior that he has worked on, but I do know he has completely redesigned the interior, and it has given the ship quite a good feel. And you got to remember with Star Trek, and I'll discuss this here in a second when we get down to one of the decks that are affected by it. On the set, the TV show set, the ship, the corridors in the ship are 12 feet tall. Obviously, Minecraft, if we were to do 12-foot tall decks, this ship would be twice the size that it is currently. There's just no way that we could match the deck plans and do 12-foot tall decks. Minecraft just does not accommodate for that. So keep that in mind as we tour the ship. If I get into the ship, I'll be happy. There we go. Back in. Anyways, we have the captain's chair right here, and you can see around, look around. She looks really nice. It does have, I got to say, this bridge has a better TOS feel to it than that crappy-ass bridge I first designed. Hats off to Guardian. This is absolutely beautiful looking in here. Let's go ahead and go on down to deck 2 here and check out what he's done. He's got a nice conference room in here, a little replicator system. Or food dispenser. In TOS they have food dispensers. Nice little area here. I think it's called control room, probably for the weapons and stuff. Probably, who knows, he probably, command and control. That's what I was thinking. Nice little top part of the computer core. I love how even though it doesn't have buttons on it, you just look at that and you go, oh, that's a control board from Star Trek. It just has that feel to it. Ah, here's Combat Information Center. Check this out. Now you got to remember, in the TOS era, the ship didn't have a lot of automated systems on it, so physically to do combat control, to do the math, is much like a submarine of the 60s. And that's kind of the logic behind the set design and everything else on TOS, especially with like the episode Balance of Terror. You can tell a lot of the 60s design of Star Trek came from the 60s and 50s military of the era. So keep that in mind. That's why TOS has a much more militaristic feel to it, a much more real feel than TNG era has. Anyways, come back through here. It's kind of like an auxiliary control area here. Very nicely detailed. I gotta love. I just tell you, I really love how he did this. All right, let's go ahead and drop down one deck here, and this will be deck 3. We'll come out in the corridor here. Oh, computer core. Excuse me. We'll come out in the computer core. Check it out. Even got a little access ladder and stuff right there. Here's the torpedoes. One of the torpedo magazines for the forward part of the ship. Now, when we were outside, you didn't see the torpedo launchers. That's because the closed. Now the launchers are visible from the exterior because I've opened the hatches. Now they're closed. Again, another tribute to a submarine. You know, because you don't have those open while you're flying. While you're floating through the water there. So why have them open while you're flying through space? You got your little loader right here that brings them in. A little lifting, like a little magnet lift that grabs the torpedoes and lifts them up. And I guess the loader goes back and loads in from the back of the control pod. And here we are, the corridors. And as I said, normally these would be 12 feet tall, but we can't do that in Minecraft, so they're 9 feet tall. We just have to accept that this is the way they are. And look how he pulled it off. Does this not give you the feel of TOS? It really does. It just this whole deck was completely redesigned by Guardian as one of his recent revisions. And I got to say, he really nails it out of the park when he put all this through here and went back through and redid all of this. Got a VIP area here. It makes a lot more sense the way he did this than what the plans called for it. I got to say that even got a little GT style going on here. It just feels much more authentic this way. The way it's more logical. It's well laid out. Go ahead and do this. Oops, looks like the redstone got broke on these doors again, so we'll have to fix that. It's no big deal. It's just probably one of the wires got snipped, but that's an easy fix. We'll fix that later. Come through here. Got another damage control and emergency supply locker. Look at this. He's using all the space. You gotta love it. You gotta love how he has that set up. That's actually pretty clever. We're gonna have to do that on the Enterprise D. Come through here. Got another crew head, which is a good spot to have one, and then the forward torpedo launching on the starboard side, as you can see. All right, this is deck 3. Let's go ahead and check out deck 4 here real quick. This is a big ship, by the way. Don't think that it's not. I should break the tour up into a couple of decks. Guardian is on right now, but I don't want to disturb him because he's very busy. Here's the battery room. Little battery connectors. This is actually a fairly clever idea. I really like that. That's pretty damn cool. But we get up here, you can see the batteries kind of open through here. And the reason we're walking across carpet is they're conduits, like these things underneath of us connecting all this stuff together. So here's a turbo lift. And life support. Check out life support. Very cool. There's an actual episode where life support, you actually get to see life support in Star Trek, the original series, TOS. VIP quarters. Look how well they did with these quarters. They even got the little side thing here with the rail and the bed on one side. And, they went to great detail. The Guardian and the guys that did this design work went to great detail to try and capture as much of the TOS feel as possible, and they really did. This is just, I love the upside down stair idea. That is just really cool. Basic bathroom. Got your basic, shower heads and thingies and stuff. We're starting to use this block more for shower heads. I think it's actually a better block because it looks more showery. That's my opinion. Because look, you got a toilet, got a shower. Works. I got to go back through and retrofit a lot of the D to that standard as well. That's going to take forever. You get your senior officers' quarters. Again, look at the feel. You just get the feel that this is like one of those quarters that you see on the old TV show. If you haven't seen the show remastered, you really should do it. I think right now it's on Netflix. If not, it might be on Hulu or Amazon. But definitely watch the remastered because the new special effects really give a certain quality to the show that makes it completely relevant, in my opinion, all over again. I really like the old show, but I really like the new remastered version as well. It's senior officers' quarters again. You notice the floors are different colors. That's really cool. Because in the show, some of the floors did have different colors, I believe. And then emergency life support. You've got emergency life support set up in here. Check this all out. I love the life support design they went with that. I'm going to borrow that too for the Enterprise as well. But of course, this would be like horribly outdated by that time TNG era comes along. So who knows? More supplies. Love how they did this. Then we've even got a head up here. This was my idea. Don't tell anybody. Shh. That was my input. And we go back around this side here to the port side and more crew quarters. Again, you could come onto the server and tour this ship in its glory and so forth. Um, yeah, I can tell you, I don't know how long it'll be before he's happy with it, but I can bet it's going to be a while because no matter how much you do, you're always going to want to do more. And we'll go on down to deck 5 here. I like how he did this Jeffries tube. That is very clean. Has a good Jeffries tube feel to it too. All right, now we're on deck 5. I believe it's deck 5. We'll go around the inner corridor here, and you can see it here. I'll see if I can bring that map up full. Is it Z? Probably is Z. No, it just zooms in. Oh, there we go. Let me zoom out. So there it is, and this is the deck we're currently on. Look at that. That looks like alphabet color soup there, but yeah, overall, it's just compared to everything else you see. There's the Enterprise A, and so forth, and the Voyager and the Defiant just north of it. So I'll go ahead and zoom in there and go ahead and get out of that. But yeah, you can tell where she's at, and you can see senior officers' quarters. God, I just love these crew quarters. I tell you, it's just a real treat to see some of this stuff put together. You got waste management in here. Again, very clever use of the tiles and so forth. Very industrial looking there. Come around this side here, and then another crew quarters. What's this one? Senior officers' quarters. We'll finish the ring, and then we'll come back around and go out to the branches. Look at this. Just really, you just gotta love this. It does have a very good quality feel to it. When I walked this, I had my doubts that anybody could pull this off, and I did. I went really lazy initially on this build. I just wanted to get the basic build up with the intent to come back and always work on it some more. And we never really ever got back to it. And the Guardian joined the server and says, well, I'd really like to try my luck on that. And we're like, okay, go for it. And look at what he's done. And I gotta admit, he's had folks helping him and stuff, and they've done a really nice job of helping him get this stuff situated. But yeah, you get this feeling of this thing. This is one of the main decks that you see a lot in the show. So obviously, he has the lines in the floor to denote which section, like deck 5, port side, crossing blue, crossing orange, crossing brown, that kind of a thing. Here's a turbo lift for us. Here's inorganic synthesizers. Really cool use of space there. Turbo lift that goes all the way over to the outside of the ship where the escape pod ring is. Some more cool stuff here. This is the organic synthesizer. I like this design. Some of its components are really nice. Very, very robust. Port phaser compartment. There's a phaser compartment for us. Control, very nicely done. Here's the phaser system. I wonder if we can get in there. Take a look at that actual phaser system. We can. Awesome. Check this out. There's the phaser systems all the way around through here. This is really cool. I love how he did this. Just, guys, job well done on this. This is very nice. These are batteries for the phasers. Probably compensators or capacitors. Phaser capacitors. They hold the charge so that you can fire the phasers and then it recharges the phasers, and then you can fire them again. It recharges the phaser, you can fire them again. So when Scotty says I've charged the capacitors, the phaser capacitors, that's what he's talking about here. So and then you got your targeting computer. It looks like is that right there, and then we come back out again to this side. More organic stuff, and again there's that, and organic synthesizers all over again. Then we're into the forward phaser compartment, which is almost a mirror of the port side, and I think it'll be the same thing on the starboard side as well. Because why not? Why not? But yeah, you get this like in these intersections and stuff. Really nicely done. It's hard to pull off an intersection well, especially in Minecraft, because Minecraft just does not cooperate. Alrighty, and here we are in the lifeboat ring. It's singular lifeboats. You jump in it, sit in your chair, the door closes, and out you go. The Enterprise has other lifeboats, but they're down on deck, I think 7 along the outer ring that have more than one person lifeboats in them. But on deck 5 here, it's all single lifeboats. If by the time you get to a lifeboat, chances are pretty good you're toast. Here's one of the modified ones, one of the newer ones. So they're definitely still working on these lifeboats and stuff. They'll probably update all this stuff as time goes on. Come back through here, got a nice little area here. I don't know if this will be a lifeboat or not. Probably not, but who knows? Who knows? Like I said, it's still a work in progress, and I'm sure Guardian can find 1,000 things to keep himself busy. This is one of those hobbies that just keeps on giving you months and months and months of playtime. Come through here, walk around this side here. It's not a big. You get the size. This is actually a pretty big deck for one of the smaller decks on the ship. Anyways, we'll work our way all the way around to the center again, because I think the impulse bay and stuff might be over this way. And I do apologize for those lag spikes. There's nothing I can do about that. It doesn't look like there's anything here, so we'll go ahead and go back up to the turbo lift and go down to deck 6. Turbo, excuse me, the Jeffries tube. I always get those two mixed up. Jeffries tube. Here we are on deck 6. This is one of the main decks, and look at this. You know, this is an awesome chance. If you get a time and you really want to explore the TOS Enterprise, I strongly recommend you come on the server and check this out. This is just really nicely done. This is the impulse bay, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to show you deck 6 here. And check this out. He really went to town on this impulse bay. Really modernized it, cleaned it up quite a bit, gave it a lot more depth than what was originally here. I think beforehand it was just pretty much an empty room, just really bland looking. And he stepped up. Love this idea right here. That is really clever. You know, just really made it have a feel to it. That this is a working environment. This is, you know, the way the impulse bay should look on a starship of this era. Very nicely done. And you can see from the map that it's a very busy environment through here. You got a lounge observations. This is, you know, oh, they actually did do some of the work in there. Oh, cool. We're definitely going to check that out. Here's the head. Definitely going to check that out. Last time I was on board the ship, it didn't have, that area was not done yet, but this is the main lounge. This is like a big bathroom for it. But man, look at that. Look at that roof. Check out that roof. Is that not amazing? Damn, that is just really cool looking. And look at the galley. I'll bet you anything Shadow had a lot to do with this design. I'll bet money on it, because it is just really nice through. Good God. Wow. I love this galley, by the way. Shadow's definitely gonna have to do more galleys for us. That is just really cool. This just has big open cafeteria area just written all over it. This is really nice to look at. Oh wow. Little private booths. I love that look of that, because it almost looks like it's glowing. That's just really cool. So much detailed stuff through here, and of course we actually stepped down when we did this. We came down a full deck, because now we are on the revamped escape pod ring. We'll go all the way around this escape pod ring. This is deck 7, and I'll show you the escape pod ring here. And this is the deck that all the transporters and stuff are on, sick bays on as well. But come through here, and this is the path back to the core of the ship. But here are the escape pods. Now these are basic escape pods, 4-person escape pods. So you don't want to be living in these things for a very long time. That's the idea. The ship gets destroyed. Starfleet dispatches the ship right away, so that you're not stuck on those life pods forever. Because I would kill myself if I had to live in a life pod for more than, I don't know, a couple of hours. It'd be like being stuck in a Volkswagen, little old Volkswagen Bug, for like a week on end. You'd kill yourself. It goes back to the part of the ship, and then you got this area up here for sensors. I think this is a sensor platform. Come back around this side here and come through here. This, you know, those ladders that you see in the show where people go up and down. Basically, they're going up into a trash can and stuff. But this is we didn't. The plants really didn't have a space for them. So I figured, why not put them here? And if I were to rebuild the Enterprise TOS again, I would definitely have these in a lot of other spots on board the ship, because I would rebuild the design, and you know, but we had to go by plans, so these are the plans we used, and then we incorporated these ladders in where we could, and that's why those ladders are there. It's good use of space anyways, I think, and it's a logical place to put them, because you'd want people to be able to get to the escape pods if needed. Plus this is also a outside part of the ship, and a lot of maintenance stuff goes on inside of there where all the tanks and stuff are. So you'd want, you know, security, but engineers and stuff would definitely want to get down in here, because, you know, you don't have to deal with all the crew because there's nobody down here. You can just run and do all you want down through here. This room hasn't been filled in yet. There we are, the turbo lift, and work our way back around this way here. This is more like a Jeffries tube sort of a style. Well, I gotta admit, this was just a placeholder, and it does actually have a very nice feel to it. So, and if we come around here, this goes back forward again to the inner circle, which we'll explore later on deck 7. And this actually is a Jeffries tube down into the neck of the ship, down into the drive section, and it leads. I wonder what it does up here. Oh, we're in between the. Oh, dang! I didn't even see this. Holy crap, that's actually a very cool place to hide that. Dang, that was clever. Clever as heck. And we'll come through here, and we're back into the big open lounge area again. Another turbo lift. Very cool place for a turbo lift. And then you got this upper area here. This is really nice. I like this. To look outside, see the thingamajiggies in the cells. Very cool indeed. Let's go ahead and head back up here and out of the lounge. I love this lounge. This is really a nice lounge. I'm not sure. These may have flipped. These might actually have to be positioned differently. I think they may have flipped when they got moved up here, because these hay blocks do that a lot. That's why they're a pain in the ass to use a lot of the times. Alright, let's run around deck 7 here real quick here. Junior officers' quarters. Let's go to the outside ring here. Bowling alley. Hey, check out the bowling alley, folks. Oh, I like the pins. That's clever. That's clever. That's very clever. On the Fearless, I just have lanes that, like, you bowl down one lane, bowl down another lane. But this is actually a very clever way of doing the bowling alley. Very clever indeed. A little access cove right there. Multi-purpose room. Oh yeah, this is on the outer rim of the ship. We did not have any of these rooms filled in. So what they did is they came up with ideas for all these rooms. We got to go along here and check this all out. But this is a multi-purpose room. This is an office complex. Check it out. Very cool. Enlisted crew quarters. I love these crew quarters. These enlisted crew quarters. Look at all the beds they fit in here like this. The only problem about Minecraft is if we do anything and we move the ship or anything, all these beds get knocked off canter and look really weird. So you have to come back through and replace all the beds and stuff. But nice big bathroom here. I really like how they did these enlisted crew quarters. That's very clever. Got to do that for the Fearless too. I'm going to borrow quite a few ideas from the TOS for my Fearless, and obviously for the A as well, because the A is due to be renovated. We want to do, well, I really can't say what the actual plan is yet, because we don't want to spoil it. Granted, the drama from last month well, for me today is the 17th of December, so it's only a couple of days ago that the drama occurred, but when this video comes up, it'll probably be a couple of weeks old. Compromised our position to do something that we really wanted to do, and hopefully it hasn't damaged us too much, and accolades will go out if we can pull it off to everybody involved, even the assholes that backstabbed us. But yeah, that being said, let's move on. But yeah, we want to get all the ships renovated and updated. So Enterprise, Enterprise A, Enterprise B, Enterprise C, the one seen in the TV show. So it won't be the Probert, unfortunately. And then of course the E and the D. Now the E is pretty close to being done, and the D is about a fourth of the way done. Not even a fourth of the way, I'd say about an eighth of the way actually done. So we got quite a long ways to go, probably another year before we're ready. But hopefully when we pull the trigger on what we want to do, it'll be a success. But you never know, things change. Anyways, here's one of those Jeffries tubes that leads down, that I was telling you about, that leads down to the evacuation deck and stuff. So kind of get that feel. But sometimes you see them go up, and we couldn't do that. There's just no place anywhere in the ship on the plans, existing plans, that we could do that on. But if I were to redo the plans, these would go down between the decks, and then ultimately they would go down into a Jeffries tube, and then so forth. And the Jeffries tube would be the circle around the whole ship kind of a thing. But can't pull it off in the space you don't have it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. So, defense field generation room. Check out the defense shields. I love a lot of these components of these guys. God dang, I really love the feel of these rooms. He pulled them off. Very well done. Very well done. I could walk around the ship for hours and just keep picking my jaw up off the floor. Here's the airlock. I wonder if the door still works. Appears to be working. Very cool. Very cool. I had to go back and do some red work to get those working again. So, organic coolant. Check out these cryo coolant tanks and stuff. Very clever. More enlisted crew quarters. If you see that, that's Guardian. I think he's standing still right now. He's probably getting ready to go to bed. But yeah, that's Guardian, and this is his baby. Look at this one. This is fairly nicely done. So he's been very busy working. He's constantly going through and finding things and fixing things and so forth. So he's going to be very busy on this build for a very long time. It's just one of those builds that no matter what you do, you're always going to find more to do on it. Another Bathroom there. Listed crew quarters. Storage area here. Very cool spacing for that. Crew, mess, and lounge. Another crew lounge area. Look at that. Windows. I like these areas here because you just get this feel that this is a very working environment. You got a nice lounge open here, a nice little galley area here. You get a real good feel for it. Of course, when you watch the show is on a budget, so they kept reusing one room, which was a conference room, and then it was a briefing room, and then it was like the galley and all this other stuff, and then it was a crew quarters. So it was a modular set piece. So, but we're not limited by that. We've got the whole ship, so we can design anything we want to design. Love this conference room, by the way. This is really nice. And we're not limited by the restrictions that a TV show would be limited by. JAG courtroom. I love this. This is just a really cool concept. This is based off of a specific episode of Star Trek, and where Kirk is court-martialed. And job well done. Very cool that it was incorporated in there. Looks like, oh yeah, I like this. They put the control for the cargo bay right here, and they basically, I think this was a dead space, and they decided, no, we can put something here, and turned it into control for the cargo bay on the starboard side, and there's another one for the port side. So we have defense field generation room again, another nice room. Another control area here. Another briefing area. Most of this will probably clone from the other side. Ooh, another multi-purpose room. Check this out. This could serve as a classroom or a forum. Some really cool stuff there. VIP dining. Ooh, check out the VIP senior officers dining area. I bet it's a nice big table. Very, very nice. What if they have their own galley? I wonder what that room right there is. Probably a Jeffrey's tube or something. No, it is. It's a Jeffrey's tube thing. Very cool. Very cool indeed. And here's a VIP. Oh, it's a part of a complex. Check this out. It's part of a complex. Here's the galley right here. Oh, I love this galley. I love how they did this. Very cool. And the VIP senior officers area. Nice color combination through here. Very relaxing. It's one thing I really love about Shadow's designs and things. They're just so organic. The guy pulls off a lot with very simple things, and he just hats off to him. I'm so happy that he's helped out with the TOS and he's helped out with the Enterprise D. We'd be lost without him, and that's a safe statement right there. We would definitely have been far worse off had he not joined the server, and I'm so glad that he did. This is the security barracks. This is really clever. I love this. Look at this. Phaser training. Or this is a group shower room. Yeah, very nicely done. You definitely know you're part of the military when you're in this room here. Very, very cool. Enlisted quarters again. Enlisted quarters. Looks like damage control. Definitely gonna have to have damage control stuff out here, and I love that they have these parts stacked like this for damage control. Definitely going to end up doing that on all future builds. That's just really clever. Come through here, enlisted quarters, another airlock. That one looks like it might be malfunctioning, so I'll have to look into it. Yeah, it's broken. I'll have to fix it. Okay, something else to do on the to-do list. And go back through here. We're going to finish this ring out because there's something at the end of this corridor that you should see as well, because it's a completely different compartment. Another one of those JT tower ladders. I want to get a lot of leg when I'm on this side of the ship. I don't know what's causing it. There's got to be a corrupted chunk around here somewhere that's causing us some problems. Listed quarters. Listed quarters. Another nice galley, so this must be another crew lounge right here. Check it out. Very nicely done. Then here's a turbo lift. This is the turbo lift we came through when we came up from the hangar bay. And here is the Deck 6 gym. Check it out. Running treadmills. Very cool. You know, little area in here. What I love about what they did here is they have these windows with the grates and stuff in them. That is so clever. You got a pool, you know, little things here. Obviously, there's no liquid in it at this point, because why would they have liquid in it when it's still in dry dock? Got a head, you know, and you got this. I love how they did that. So you go in here and you're inside of a room, but you can still see out of it. Very TOS feel to it. Very TOS feel to it. Then we're out into the deck again, and then this is a turbo lift here. It was junior officers' quarters and stuff like that. Very nicely done. Very nicely done indeed. You can tour the rest of this deck on your own as you come onto the ship and stuff. So let's go ahead and migrate on down to deck 7 here real quick. We'll do a quick run around. This deck here is, I guess, the most popular deck on the show, because you see them running along this corridor, or this little section of the corridor all the time. We'll start off with the transporter room. Here's a transporter room. Has a very unique STO feel to it, or TOS feel to it. Same thing on this side here. Very TOS feel to it. This is the Jeffries tube that leads to the escape pod ring, and then this is the Jeffries tube that goes around the outer edge of the inner complex here. So, see, that ideally those ladders would go to that, in my opinion, but you know, you can't do it. Anyways, you fit in a transporter buffer through here. Another turbo lift, and if we take the turbo lift up, come over, and then go back down again, see we are on deck 7. Here's a bed, and here's a sick bay. Bones! Here's sick bay. Got the little biolabs, storage. Very well done. Very clever indeed. Another head area. Another smaller one. The reason there are so many is because on this side there's a lot of people that come through here, so yeah, gotta have them. Can never have enough bathrooms. Anybody that's ever been looking for one in a hospital knows what I'm talking about. Never have enough bathrooms in a hospital, because one of them's inevitably full and the other one's filthy. Deck 7, transporter buffer, and again, transporter rooms. See if we, oh yeah, let's go take a look at the security office here real quick. Here's the security complex. Briefing and conference room. That leads up into the Jeffries tube system. Here's the brig area. Bathroom. Let me in. I gotta love it. The show had it had such a limited budget that sometimes all they did was take a little wall off, and then the brig would be like right here. You know, you'd walk up and there. Here's the brig. But yeah, I'm so glad that we aren't limited by that, and we can put whatever we want where we want. So this is the auxiliary control, as you've seen in the show many times. And here's a security complex on the starboard side, or port side. Get your weapons range. You got armory room here, and then we're into the Jeffries tube on this side. So very well done with the security complex on this ship. Very well done indeed. And if we can get to the center of the ship here, I think it's probably just the computer core surrounded by some other ship basic systems and stuff. Let's go ahead and see if we can do that. Yeah, it's just the computer core. A lot more room in this here, and then we have this room here, which is I walked right by the sign, I didn't see it. Our cryogenic coolant system. So the inner ring here is all this coolant system and stuff like that, because you need it. You know, you definitely need it. Now deck 7, or this is deck 7 here. So when we go down to deck 8, it's whoops, I fall to deck 8 because there's no ladder. My bad. Much smaller deck, and it, as you can see here, we're taking a Jeffries tube that takes us aft, and now we're in the area of the ship where the interlocks are located. And back in the day when I did the interlocks, they were just really simple because I had no idea what they looked like. And Guardian really did a really brilliant job in setting up the interlocks here. Basically, if the ship has to separate, these things would decouple, and then the saucer would go on, and the star drive would, you know, be left behind. There's Guardian. He's up there doing his Guardian stuff. But yeah, I love these interlocks. That's the first time I've ever seen them, and I knew exactly what they were because that was just badass. Anyways, this looks like a transporter buffer. Organic control, I was wrong. Come through here, and there's a emergency crew transporter right here. There's the Decade turbo lift. Come through here, and this is the starboard lower phaser control room. I love this room. I love this. This just says Star Trek right here. Of course, this is a starboard phaser. Little story about this. Do not disturb blocks in this room, especially the carpet tile. Failure to comply will damage redstone circuit below this deck. We had a friend come on the server, a new guy, and he was a cadet. And I told him if he could build a door system that was more compact and would fit inside this right here, I would promote him. He did. He got promoted. Brilliant, brilliant job. I wish I remembered his name. But thank you. You know who you are, and thank you very much. You can definitely, if you feel up to it, leave a comment in the comment section below, so everybody else knows who you are as well. Job well done. Job well done. He did a lot of redstone stuff for us. Gave a lot of advantage in redstone. Greatly appreciate that. Anyways, I have this nice little area here. This deck too, I think, has been rethought and reworked quite a bit. So very well done. Very well done indeed. A lot of this is new to me. I'm walking through here for the first time, just checking stuff out, and I'm just blown away. I love it. Absolutely love it. A major departure from the plans, but a well thought out and well executed design. You got to have hats off to Guardian for all of this. Another huge crew transporter. Another section through here for storage and stuff, because why not? I'll go on down here to deck 9, which is the lowest deck, I think, on the saucer itself. Or second lowest. I think it's the second lowest. The lowest deck is still below us. It's the sensor pod. Maybe even a couple more decks below us. We'll have to get down there and check. But here's the... yeah, we've been around a computer core a couple of times, so we pretty much know what a computer core is. So we'll go out this side here, deck 8. And yeah, this is pretty much the lower part. I think the only thing below us now is the sensor pod. But he's still working on it. As you can see, he still has some of the older design Jeffries tubes and stuff. So he's still working on a lot of this stuff. But you can see the deflector dish. That is a big deflector. And what's really cool is as you go down the ship, you'll stand right in that deflector control room right down in there. You'll be in it, right where the deflector is. It's just, I love going through these ships and seeing the scale and how things come together and exploring them. When I was a kid growing up, all you could do was just dream about doing what we're doing right now. And I can tell you that even our Guardian will tell you the same thing. It's just, this is literally a dream come true for an entire generation of old farts. And the fact that I got to help out on this build initially, and then Guardian just got on here and just knocks this thing out of the park, is just, wow. That's teamwork. That's putting your trust in other people, and they just deliver. And it's a wonderful feeling to have, to see somebody who loves this ship as much as everyone else, and who's just says, you know what, I'm going to fix this, and I'm going to fix it right, and does it. And does just sees things that I didn't see, and sees things that the people before me didn't see. And look at this, forward umbilicals. I would have never thought to put the umbilicals in there. You know, you got to love it. You just absolutely got to love it. From M. Heller to D-Bomb to Tan to myself, because everybody worked on this build. You know, even Brain Pop and his team that initially started the build, if they hadn't messed it up so bad, I would never taken the initiative to try and rebuild it. And then, of course, if I hadn't messed it up so bad, Guardian would have never taken the initiative to want to rebuild it. So, what can I say? You know, every mistake leads to a better product, and you just got to love that. All right, we're going to go ahead and down to the sensor pod down here. Check out the sensor dome. We're at the bottom of the main computer. I love this area. This is just brilliantly done. Check it out. I mean, this is just, look at the detail in there. And just saying goodnight to Guardian and everything else. So there he is. There's our friend our Guardian. Anyways, yeah, just the level of detail to this build is just amazing. Anyways, I am going to go ahead and end this portion of the ship tour, and we will pick it up in another video. We'll go from here and start our way down on the neck and work our way through the drive section. Anyways, I do appreciate you taking time to watch. And again, this is the Mindtrek.net game server, and we are on the Enterprise TOS being remodeled and rebuilt by GuardianOfForever. And hats off to Guardian and his entire support team. This is a phenomenal job, guys. I love it. I absolutely am breathless. Thank you very much. Well, if you'd hit that like button for me, please do so. If you'd like us on Facebook, please like us there as well. And if you'd like to donate to the server, links are in the description below. You all have a great day and have a happy holidays and happy New Year. Bye bye. Whoops, I keep hitting the wrong key. I will hit the right key eventually.